I'm Wade Bartell, President and CEO of SOSDisasterPlan.com. Today's March 21st, 2011. We've been monitoring some things in our operations center over the weekend, and you've probably noticed that the news coverage of the disaster in Japan has been trumped by the fact that we're taking military action in Libya. We've also received quite a few inquiries about radiation monitoring equipment and potassium iodide. For those reasons, we've added a few subscribers tools. If you are a subscriber to SOSDisasterPlan.com, you can log on to your plan, go to the tracking center, and there you'll find a section on the Japan crisis. You'll be able to monitor radiation levels on the west coast of the United States, and you'll also be able to get news directly out of Japan. In the last couple of videos, I've talked a lot about shelter in place. It's vitally important that every household within the United States has the ability to shelter in place. This requires a certain number of supplies and knowledge about what to do. Now, shelter in place does not just necessarily mean from radiation. It can be from a chemical spill, a biological threat, even a pandemic. So it's vitally important that you don't put this off. You need to obtain the ability to shelter in place. The last thing that I wanted to talk about today was the fact that every household should also have an emergency action plan. Just imagine what would happen if a disaster occurred and you were separated from your family. Each member of your family should know exactly what to do during an emergency. They need to know who to call if they can, and they also need to know where to meet if you're separated. You can find all the tools that you need on SOSDisasterPlan.com to learn how to shelter in place, make an emergency plan, print emergency cards, develop your evacuation routes, and a whole host of other things. So log on to SOSDisasterPlan.com to plan, prepare, and survive.